Right, I want to do a little first look at the Game Master's book of Random Encounters. We have some specifics. This is a hardcover book that you can get very inexpensive. I think for a moderately sized hardcover book, $22.99 US dollars. This was on sale on Amazon for $17, I think. So anyhow, I saw several reviews of this that sounded really interesting. Now I know that it is, I think, intended primarily for Dungeons and Dragons, but it definitely struck me as the sort of thing that could easily translate over to other games. Dungeon Crawl Classics has been fairly easy to translate, so I'm sure this could translate over to other things. I've been thinking recently about the possibility of using Cairn to run something for a group of people who will be new to me if I end up running that. So there's some one-shot adventures. I think these are done kind of as like mini adventures slash encounters, I believe. So yeah, an adventure levels 1 to 5. That seems pretty wide. I know in Dungeon Crawl Classics that's probably like, I don't know, level 1 and 2 maybe just level 1. Yeah. So it's a nice looking book. It's got a good solid quality to it. Again, surprisingly inexpensive for the book. Yeah, like I saw the maps. I think the maps are, nice looking. I did agree. Somebody had said something about them because of them being sort of dark and black and white to make them a little bit difficult to use, and I can see that, but I don't know, for as much as I use maps, they work just fine. I don't tend to be a map on the table, miniature type of gamer. I don't do a lot of tactical combat or any of that sort of thing. It's, I'm big on theater of the mind. I've thought about maybe trying to use battle mats and stuff, but I find it really dull, and I don't enjoy doing it, and I don't want to. As somebody who used to use miniatures for a lot of stuff and used to have kind of an addiction to buying miniatures and painting miniatures to less of a degree, I don't want to get back into that. I don't ever want to get back into that. It was an expensive and space-taking and time-taking hobby that I don't have the patience or interest for, even when I sometimes remember the fun I had painting, which I did have a lot of fun doing. So there's a lot of these encounters that are just like ready to go. And then with a lot of maps, a lot of like locations, I could see, plunking some of these out and putting them right into, other games that I might be doing. I've been off and on doing a Dungeon Crawl Classics game, and I could see easily pulling some of these into that game. Bizarre. Tons and tons of location maps. So these will be handy, and you don't necessarily need to go. I don't really do a lot of my gaming online or even with the computer handy, so I don't necessarily have to go on and get a Dyson map, although his maps are awesome. So this is just another resource. I'm hoping to be able to sort of draw on resources like this to run a little bit more of a free-formed game where I don't necessarily need to do more than show up for a session with maybe 3 or 4 encounters planned out and just go with it from there. So yeah. So it is, when it says random encounters, it is really more just a book of encounters more than necessarily random ones. But I like I like these city street maps. These will be handy if I do Lankmar at any point, or I have this sort of vaguely City-State of the Invincible Overlord-esque game that I would like to run at some point. Very Lankmar inspired, but random NPC generator. It's always good to have these random charts to help you out. So you have Flynn Sabros with a sick pompadour haircut, who keeps hearing voices in their head and insults those in charge. Okay. Carrying 14 copper pieces, 17 silver pieces, 4 gold pieces, and a magnifying glass. So, okay, sure. That's cool. So yeah, good way to generate a bunch of NPCs that could be useful. Adventure-specific category tables. Okay, yeah, those are, random tavern generator. I've got actually several tavern generators, but mixing and matching random charts from different people's perspective can be a huge help. And curse creator, that's cool. Legal info. So yeah, so this is a book. I think this could be a handy tool to have in a GM's back pocket, and in hardcover, not a bad price for a hardcover like this. So if that seems like something that you're interested in, I would check that out. In the meantime, I'm out. Take care.